Hi, I'm Dr. Jim Rolls, Five Parks Chiropractic. I am a neurologically-focused chiropractor. Some of you have probably experienced in the past, and some of you maybe not. A little background story on the neurological focus of chiropractic is simply that that's how chiropractic started in the late 1800s in Davenport, Iowa, on the premise that your central nervous system controls and regulates your body. We knew that in the 1800s, and we know that even more so today. We know more today in science because of even things like immunity or certainly mental function, disruptions in our mental behavior. Today we're going to talk about one of the toughest cases that we see, ODD, which is oppositional defiance disorder. So these are the toughest cases because these kids, these children, they're just really hard to work with, to be around, to have part of your family. They have high moods, as you know. They get very, very excited. They defy authority, even with anger and with hostility. It's a very, very difficult situation to be in. You may also know that ODD is connected with autism. It's connected with ADHD. It's connected with anxiety disorder, because all of those have a common link. The common link is really fight or flight. So fight or flight in our body is regulated by your sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is in response, or let's just say in balance with, the parasympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic nervous system brings growth, harmony, development. It's kind of where we want to live. The sympathetic is really to protect us from life-threatening situations. Like if you're out on a walk and you see a bear or somebody cuts you off on the freeway at high speeds, you have that, oh gosh. And then it takes a while, if that threat has been fully eliminated, like it wasn't a bear and that person kept driving, but it takes a while to come out of sympathetic back into parasympathetic, where again you feel calm. We've all had these experiences. You're kind of like the butterflies, if you kind of do, and you have to breathe for a while, and eventually you kind of go, okay, I'm over that, but oh my gosh. These children with these anxiety, ODD disorders, ADHD disorders, even autism disorders, they're kind of living in a constant state of fight or flight. In our office, we call it the gas pedal. Basically, we visualize an RPM on an engine. It's just running hot all the time. So every decision, every emotion, every sensation, touch, noise, visual, everything is a 10. It's not a 1 or a 2, it's a 10. And when these orders get so dysfunctional, then we get defiance, or then we get autism, or we get ADHD, etc. They're all kind of connected to the same vehicle, the same source of neurological stress. Yes, they can manifest different. We don't really know the difference between these, how they manifest in different ways. We know ODD is highly aggravated by a chaotic life. And you can define that any way you want. I mean, chaos to one person is not to another. But it's a very, very challenging part of these children that have just got the gas pedal on all the time. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that chiropractic started in the late 1800s, neurologically based. Just so you understand, kind of connect the dots, a chiropractor talking about anxiety or ODD disorders is pretty simple, but there's a perception that we're neck and back pain doctors. Well, ultimately, that happened in the 1980s. There was research that came out that 80% of the American public had significant back pain that kept them out of work 3 to 4 days a year. And so it was a marketing thing. And the industry saw a credible opportunity to help people and to serve people. And yes, if you have significant lower back or neck pain, I would much rather you seek a chiropractor first. If that fails, of course, then you go into PT and you go into surgery and other challenges down the road. But we are literally the least invasive or least injury-prone service on the planet. We do not have injury in our world because we're gentle and we're actually looking very carefully at the neurological function. We're looking at areas of irritation and dysfunction so we can find that balance. We believe that your body is not only self-healing, but it's also designed to be prosperous and to be healthy and to be vital and to feel wonderful. That's that parasympathetic side, remember? So we just need to figure out a way to find these balances in our kids. Ultimately, little Johnny that's got the ODD, he has this potential. He has this ability to get out of this situation without medicating, without drugging. And the drugs used for ODD are very, very aggressive. I mean, they are literally just major depressants. And they're even found in the same category as drugs like LSD that are basically psychotropic. They're literally dulling down Johnny's nervous system to perceive his environment so he doesn't overreact. I mean, who doesn't get it? I get it. But isn't there a better option? If we can find a way to get these children back into a dominant parasympathetic lifestyle, then we won't need to drug them. Now, if you're also watching this and maybe your child has not developed a personality yet, maybe they're, more like 2 or 3 years old, but you're getting a sense that they're hyper anxious or they're really fussy babies, keep in mind that all of us, every human on the planet, has to go through stages of development. So if we don't get these early, we're going to have a deficit in every development that goes on down the road. And if you kind of put at the very end of this, our late 20s or certainly our mid 20s, mostly what every adult wants is excellent cognitive skills and excellent emotional regulation. If we can get those at their potential, sky's the limit. We're going to do wonderful. This all starts from moment one. And we see these radical declines in, just how the world works on these children that are just completely overstimulated because their sympathetics never calm down. Not only are they going to be hard to work with, but they are not going to be at their potential, meaning that they will not serve humanity to their potential. And that's what we want for everybody. I'm still waiting for somebody to discover warp drive. So maybe one of these kids will do that one day. Now, attached to this video, I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Matt. Dr. Matt is also going to go through the ODD discussion, a video explaining it from a different perspective. Kind of the same, but a different person explaining the same things. So I hope this time was well spent. I appreciate your time. Stay tuned for Dr. Matt's video and have a blessed day.